Hi, I'm Mark Cleghorn and welcome to Pose-Tober on the Photographer Academy, and we're looking at boudoir photography and how you can add different ideas into your session to either spice it up or just to add more variety. So every day on the Academy, we're adding one new image in for you, and you can check up here on our YouTube channel to kind of see the same content, but obviously our members get it ahead of time. But the Pose-Tober series is focused obviously on boudoir photography and their kind of how-to, so I'll explain the poses step by step. We can also look at why to add them in, perhaps into your sessions to add that variety. But I'm sure that during the 31 ideas that we're giving you during the course of the month, you're going to be able to take it away, whether it's classic, creative, different moods and styles, different body shapes. You'll be able to actually add in the different kind of styles, as I said. So my Pose-Tober third pose for boudoir is the sitting curve. Technically, it's where the subject is sitting with the knees bent, one leg crossed or kind of just positioned over the other. Client is leaning slightly forward towards the legs and towards camera position, perhaps. They can also do in the same pose slightly backwards. I'll talk that through now in a minute. But this will kind of create some really good lines at times. It's not for everybody though, okay, even though I think it's a classic kind of position. First things first, when we're sitting the subject down, if the seat, the chair is too small, too tight, certain subjects will really kind of struggle to do with the kind of the curvature of their body, size of their body and so on. So make sure that whatever chair you're using, it's not too modern to restrict the actual real body shape and size within itself, because that can make the body look too big. You can do this shot on the side of a bed, on the side of a sofa, on the sofa itself, even on a windowsill, in fact. But it's really kind of, the bottom is almost flat, but you'll know within boudoir we're always kind of slightly leaning the body away from camera position, so it goes on to the far buttock, and then the leg closest to us, the knee, is usually kind of pushed away from camera position. This kind of just begins to expose the bottom just a little bit more. Obviously, if you're very, very low down, be careful of camera position. But as a rule, just by pushing that leg across, you start to create this great line. The body needs support, and you're usually using the support with the kind of the back arm or hand. And so often this can be too straight at times, but remember at the last minute, ask the client just to bend the elbow at the last minute to relax that arm, even though they're going to be using it to take pretty much all the support. If the subject is on the bed, make sure that the far leg is not just kind of straight, because that can be really uncomfortable for them. So it almost kind of goes into both knees pointing away from camera position pose if it's on a bed, but on a chair it's a lot easier to do. Obviously, if you're going to go for a cross-legged approach, pretty much everybody knows what to do with that, but some subjects will really find it hard to cross legs. Plus, the top of the leg can look huge if you're kind of posed the client without using any netting or tulle or whatever it is. So we've got to be body conscious and body aware when we're actually doing these poses as well. As far as the kind of the hand nearest to camera position, we can use that as a show hand. So we can use that to kind of fiddle with lingerie, kind of help with the kind of the twiddling of the hair, even kind of bring it up towards the face, disguising the face if we're using a faceless kind of look and things really. But realistically, this pose, it is all starting with the knee or the knees bent. The weight is on the hip furthest away from us, or the buttock furthest away from us. The knee closest to camera position needs to point away from camera position to shift the weight balance as well, and to start to expose the bottom just a little bit more. And then as far as the kind of the rest of the body, she'll have to pose by putting weight onto an arm. You just need to actually soften things down. If you'd like to see some more content on the Photographer Academy, simply go over to thephotographeracademy.com. And if it's boudoir photography you're interested in, just scroll onto portrait, then kind of scroll down to boudoir, click onto that, and you'll see a whole host of different kind of topics for you to actually click onto. And any of the orange banners then takes you to the pages where you can actually follow that through to see more of our content.